Welcome to Southern National Motorsports Park in Virtual, North Carolina. One of the toughest short tracks that the XCAL Racing $5 Tuesday Series goes to. And we've got a fun one set, as 39 drivers are ready to take the green flag in the Everyone is Ugly at 5 a.m. 350 on How to Suck at iRacing. Good evening, friends. Marty Zacala with you alongside Doug Burns, who is working the buttons in the studio tonight. Doug, I talked about it last week before we went off the air. This is like if you had Bristow and Martinsville, you put them together and they had a baby.
It definitely is with the configuration, the long straightaways, the high banks, but there is that tricky little part on the inside of the corners that that little rise as you go through the turns, and that comes into play here as well, kind of like the curbing at Martinsville. It definitely comes into play here tonight, and some of these guys were in the Jones BS Racing League here last night. I think that schedule might have intentionally been a Southern National to give those guys a small advantage.
We've got a lot of stories to look forward to, but there's one story that we're watching in particular. There is a setup shop invasion happening. So many drivers with different setups. We're going to recognize 4 of them here in our pre-race show. First driver we'll begin with, representing the Elite Performance Industry setup shop, Blake Wynn. So Blake, I'll start with this. Why Elite Performance?
They've got the best community. Like, even if you don't buy a single set from them or like any development programs or anything, like, they're the best community. You don't have to spend any money with them to get help just everywhere on the sim. Like, you can get so many pointers without buying anything. It's just when you buy stuff, you get driver development. For every setup, you get coaching at any time you need, and obviously a good setup.
You're starting in 15th position tonight, Blake. What are you looking for in this race, starting from near mid-pack?
I'm looking for the track to get cold, get a little grip on the track, and really just take off. Didn't have much time to work on the setup this week, so Kendrick Krause did kind of bail me out a little bit this week with some pointers, but nothing too major from him.
Alrighty, well, Blake, we'll let you go. Best of luck to you tonight.
Alright, thank you, Marty.
That's Blake Wynn, who is starting inside the top 15. Our second driver, who is representing the RKM setup shop, is Alex Gratz. So, first off, Alex, why RKM?
Well, I've known Ryan for a long time. I've been racing with him on iRacing for years. He's a great guy. He has tons of experience. Real life iRacing doesn't matter. He's just a crazy good guy. He's also a great leader, and he treats us more like friends than drivers or customers.
I will ask you this as well, because your owner is Austin Edwards. You do realize that Austin has his own setup shop, correct?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. And Austin's very aware of that. And Austin actually was interested in getting Ryan to drive for EHP. For a few races this season in XCAL, but that ended up falling through because Ryan's just so busy with real-life racing and managing his own setup shop.
Understandable. Let's talk about your car right now at the moment. You had a great qualifying run second that put you starting in the 6th position tonight. How fast is this EHP team coming in?
Oh, we feel really comfortable with the setup we have for this week. Me, Ryan, and Austin worked very closely on this setup, and it's really good. I think we have a solid chance at winning tonight.
Alrighty, man. Well, we'll let you go. Best of luck to you tonight.
Thank you.
That's Alex Gratz in the number 17, who is starting inside the top 10 from the 6th position. Our 4th driver we'll speak with is representing the Moonlight Speed Concepts, a new sponsor of XCAL Racing. We welcome them. That is our VP, Petey J. Zeller. So first off, Petey, why Moonlight?
Well, Moonlight, they give the best setups at the cheapest price. I mean, we're leading the SK Modified points, 2 drivers, top 5 in late model points. Our prices are way cheaper than everyone else. You can have the best for cheaper at moonlightspeed.com. Be sure to check us out.
Absolutely. Let's talk about your car. Wait, hold up. Wait a minute. Who the hell is that on pit road? That's Photo Bomber now shot. Oh my goodness, that's Tyler McRae. T-Money is back. T-Money is back. Tyler McRae is back and starting from 2nd spot in the Riding Dirty Machine. Let's calm things down here just a little bit. First off,
I don't know what Petey's talking about, but I dropped them in Heat 2, I dropped them in Heat 3, I dropped them in Heat 4. I don't know how many more you want me to drop them in.
Oh boy, it's getting good. It's getting good. Let's get back to Petey real quick before we focus on Tyler. Petey, you're starting in 8th position. How are you feeling about your car?
Yeah, hopefully there's not too many bombs dropped on it tonight, but I'm just hoping to get out of here with a top 5 run today. It felt pretty good. Got 2nd place in heat number 1, and hopefully this J&S machine can get to the finish.
Alrighty, moving on to Tyler. First off, welcome back, man. How are you excited to be back in XCAL Racing?
Excited as anybody can be, Marty. You know what I mean? Petey's talking about top 5 because when you're slow, you're slow. I can't help what Petey does sometimes. I mean, this car just been digging up the corners. Only person beat me, Austin, in qualifying. And that was because he ran a whole session later. So we'll see what he's got for us, too.
How confident are you feeling about your car, looking for, if I recall correctly, your first ever XCAL win?
My car looks great. As bright as it can be. I don't know. We'll see what it goes from there.
Alrighty.
I'm not looking for a 5th place, though. I can tell you that.
Alrighty. Tyler, best of luck to you tonight.
Right on.
All right, we apologize for that. Doug, that was way too crazy.
Yeah, a lot of unexpected surprises so far tonight. This setup shop where I did hear there's a Maconi driver in the field as well we didn't talk to, but I think there's actually a total of 5 setup shops in the field tonight. This is going to be a bit crazy, and could we see, we've seen in the past setup shop wars happen on Facebook and places like that. Could we see a setup shop war here in XCAL for the remainder of the season? It's going to be kind of hard to beat Austin Edwards, who's already up front, but a lot of these teams, a lot of these shops have come to play, and now you got all the craziness going on pit road tonight, including some drama from the heats.
Let's talk with one of our final interviewers, and representing Reaper Speed Labs, the man that has won the last 3 XCAL races, looking to go for an unprecedented 4th straight win, Zach Edwards. Zach, why Reaper?
Marty, we're just a good group of guys, man. Just short trackers, having some fun. We got Pinty's champions, we got ARCA spotters, we got a ton of short track drivers. So it's just a really good place to come get good short track setups and just be as good as you can be.
You are starting from 3rd position tonight, and in the last 2 races, you have won. I'll give you a fun fact from row number 2. Now, how are you feeling about your chances?
A lot better than I did. I don't know. I'm not feeling too confident tonight, but there's been a lot of fast guys in here, so we're just gonna have to race hard and race clean, and hopefully stack up there at the top.
Alrighty, man. Well, best of luck to you tonight, Zach.
Appreciate it, man.
That's Zach Edwards, who's looking for 4 straight victories in XCAL Racing. Should be a lot of fun to watch out for here, Doug.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be fun. Zach is definitely riding high here tonight, and, he is no slouch at this track. He's currently 5th fastest in practice, so he definitely knows how to get it done here tonight. That is going to be an interesting night with less than 2 minutes left to go. I'd suggest you guys run to the snack bar, get your food, get your drink while you're standing in line. Hit that like and that share button. There's still some seats available up in the stands.
Absolutely, it will be a fun one. Tonight's race is brought to you by... Actually, let's hold that thought here real quick before we say tonight's race is brought to you by. We should say, more importantly, this is also a tribute race tonight. This race is in honor of Jeremy Little's mother, who passed away earlier this week from breast cancer at the age of 64. We will have a lap of silence on lap 64 in honor of her.
Worth noting that the XCAL community was a huge part of the cancer charity event last week. A lot of donations, a lot of drivers in that field, and ended up sending in I believe it was close to $3,000 to the American Cancer Society just this morning. So it really, really is, the iRacing community really steps up when it counts. And yeah, just our thoughts and prayers with Leto.
Absolutely. We have on the XCAL Racing web shop, I Stand With Leto t-shirts. That's what we're doing tonight. Leto's got everyone's support out here, and we're wishing him the best as well tonight. Leto tonight starting from the 18th starting position, so just around mid-pack. Let's break down how it's going to be at Southern National Motorsports Park. 350 laps, 140 miles. Pit window just about 75 to 85 laps. One groove will be key. That, of course, is the low line.
Hey, I just realized we have one of the coolest names I've ever seen in chat. Max Power on Twitch. Love your name, dude.
That's what the drivers are hoping for, Max Power.
They definitely are. But man, how cool. I wish I'd thought of that one.
Yeah, same here. So, warm-up is complete with Kendrick Cryer the quickest at a 15:04. The count is for 39 drivers. We've got all 39. So let's meet the starting lineup for the Everyone is Ugly at 5 a.m. 350. On the front row is Austin Edwards in the 18, and welcome back Tyler McRae in his return. Edwards gained the pole in heat race number 5. Row number 2, Zach Edwards and Kendrick Cryer. Row 3, Devin Landry, the other heat winner, and the first runner-up, Alex Gratz. Row 4, Nicholas Seams and PDJ Zeller. And rounding out the top 10, Ryan Seams and Joe Campbell. Row number 6, teammates Alex Krapser and Albert Hewins. Hewins looking to continue his momentum. Row 7 is Daniel Miller and Steven Rex. Row 8 is Blake Quinn and Derek Colson. Row 9, Sean Andrews and Jeremy Lettle. Row number 10 is Sean Patrick and Luke Turpin, who is looking for a Hard Charger award tonight. But the other guy that got it last week is John Schwartz on the inside of row 11 next to Kyle Bartels. Row 12 is Robert Colgan and Chris Johnson. Row 13 is Jose Gaudino and Jeff Edgar. Row number 14 is John Friley and Don Jordan. Row 15 is Art Hendren and Brent Meckes. Row 16 is Kevin Church and Matt Bear. Row 17, Greg Holes and Travis Sukup. Row 18, Gerald Poole, Stephen Wetton. Row 19, Edmund Jones and Brad Ebel. And starting from the rear tonight, due to not making full mandatory minimum practice, is Steele Langford, who is the Maconi setup shop driver.
Also, another very cool name.
Absolutely. Lights are off. The iRacing pace truck. 1 lap to go until we get the green flag. Doug, final thoughts.
Southern National always is a huge strategy race, a lot of battles happen on track and in the pits, and pit strategy will be key, but man, it is always a wild one. These guys are going to be pushing, and the guys that are set up to make moves up top, they are going to have an advantage.
Edwards and McRae the front row, and it's showtime here at SNMP. McRae pulled out a little bit far ahead of Austin Edwards. I'm not sure if that'll be a penalty on iRacing. That'll be interesting to see if that gets looked at. But Austin Edwards, who had his 11th pole of the season, tying all-time leader Luke Turpin, leads lap 1 at the start-finish line. McRae still keeping up with the 18, though, Doug.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised by that move by McRae. He knows better, but he's trying to get any advantage to not be stuck up there on the high side. The preferred groove is down on the bottom, so, they're trying to get down there and make something happen. I did see some guys trying some different stuff, though, in the turns throughout warm-up. Guys trying to make that high line work. Guys trying to diamond the corner. It's going to be interesting to watch here tonight.
Brad Ebel and Kevin Church spun out in turn 1. No caution. Leaders will catch up to them shortly. We did have one driver that have connection issues early. That is Luke Turpin. He is yet to take the green flag in this race, so it's not the start that he has wanted to this race at the moment. Austin Edwards, though, continuing up front, single file throughout the front 17. First battle is for 18th between Sean Patrick and Jeremy Letto.
And you got to mention the Edwards High Performance team and the J&S team had quite a battle going on at South Boston. They have come to peace and come to terms, and everybody's on a good place. But, last time we were at Southern National, in fact, every time we come to Southern National, something happens. This place, once it gets dark, the tempers go hot, and it can get a bit crazy out there. So there's always that potential.
Absolutely, and when you think of it, it does remind you of the old school Bristol days when you could only work the low line. The high side you could not go anywhere. You would lose a lot of spots. Expect a bunch of bump and runs tonight. Here's a battle for 6th. PDJ Zeller inside on Alex Gratz. Zeller's had a couple of good top 10 runs in these past few weeks. Looking for another one tonight.
Yeah, you know Petey's looking for that first win of the season. He's been in the, you mentioned the top 10s, but the last few races, he's been fighting in the top 5 quite often. So Petey's starting to come forward. That whole J&S team really is having an awesome season with a couple of bad races, but overall, whoa, my goodness!
Gratz up
gets
the
loose.
wall.
He just gets loose above Petey and goes to the outside wall. Several drivers slipping by, including Joe Campbell, who's now up in the 9th.
And he got the wall as well. But Gratz had just a little bit too much right foot in it on exit. He does it once again, but doesn't get as loose as he did last time, though. Falls back to 11, so he lost about 5 positions on that string. Not the start that the 17 wanted.
Definitely not. That is not the way you want the night to go here early, but man, a heartbreaking start for him. But he has not fallen too far back. He might still be able to make a comeback here, but you can see that car is just so loose right now.
Good battle on track for 20th between Chris Johnson and Jeff Edgar. Big welcome back to the driver of the 67. Of course, Chris Johnson a couple weeks ago, his number was suspended for a couple of weeks. Now is back in XCAL Racing as Johnson makes the pass stick on Jeff Edgar, facing pressure from Kyle Bartles. And Steele Langford, who had to start from the rear, up 16 spots already, making now 17 with the pass on Bartles.
Yeah, that is the McConey setup shop driver, so you know you're going to hear about that one if he gets up in the top 3 and gets a post-race interview, because he is charging forward. Hey, Jeff McConey, are you watching your driver, buddy? Oh!
Oh! And there goes the 7 of Jeff Edgar, hard into the inside wall. No caution. Will stay under the green flag for now. There's another car sideways behind. That's Don Jordan in the 61. Let's see if we can get a replay on the flame, brought to you by Flaming Karma Paint Shop.
Yeah, here it is. Don Jordan coming down the front straightaway into turn 1 and hurt a lot of drivers last night. Oh, Don, same thing, gets loose off of turn 2. Hurt a lot of drivers last night in the Jones BS Racing League. Talking about you have to set the car up so loose early on to make it work, because it tightens up so much on the long run. And T-Money has gone to the point.
Tyler McRae has taken the race lead away from Austin Edwards. Drivers are in big lap traffic early. Zach Edwards is 2nd, Devin Landry 3rd, and Austin Edwards has fallen back to 4th. Let's see if we can watch that pass once again for the race lead that T-Money made on Austin Edwards. Yeah, go ahead.
Taking a look back, it looks like McRae just... Oh, they got so close. McRae was loose off turn 2 underneath Austin, using some lap traffic as a pick, and manages to get by, plus forces Austin up to the high side. So Austin was stuck up there, and several drivers managed to sneak by. Don't look for Austin to be back there very long, but he definitely did not want to go in that way this early.
So it's Tyler McRae out in front, and the man that's won the last 3 races, Zach Edwards, running in 2nd position. Tyler McRae going to be a big threat tonight for the drivers behind him.
You know, you mentioned Zach Edwards' 3 consecutive wins and running in 2nd place. And I have to wonder, with 3 consecutive wins, if he gets another win here tonight, he closes up the points quite a bit. He's going to keep marching forward in the points with his performance. And if he can keep Austin in his rearview mirror, who knows, with about 14 races left in the season.
Yeah, if you look at the point standings coming on in, Austin Edwards with 2,847 points. Alex Krapser 2nd with 2,538. Luke Turpin 3rd with 2,454. Zach Edwards picked up a spot in points last week with 2,383 points. And a big wreck, you said. Jose Gardino and Edmund Jones have crashed.
Let's see, Edmund no longer a car owner. He is just out here to drive tonight. Gardino on the bottom, looks like he caught a little bit of the apron, went around, and Edmund nowhere to go. He gets caught in it.
That car was loose from the entry of turn number 1, and Edmund Jones would know where to go. So a lot of wheel hopping from Godino. Like he just locked up the brakes or something.
Another driver we mentioned earlier, Steele Langford up 19 spots now into 20th, but another driver also on the move at the moment in 22nd place, Matt Bear up 10 spots, and look right in front of him, Schwartz and the 23 of Steele Langford looked like they were doing a little bump in there. Oh, and Schwartz gives him the bumper.
John Schwartz is going a little bit of GSP on him, letting him know that I am not impressed by your performance. If you know that quote. So anyway, meanwhile, yes, go ahead.
It is an interesting situation, as we've seen out of Jonathan Schwartz the last couple of weeks. He has really ramped up the aggression, and he has started, let's say, working the body quite often into people that frustrated him, and obviously doing so again here tonight. I think we're seeing that young man crank it up quite a bit.
Congratulations to Schwartz, by the way, making his 40th start of his XCAL racing career, along with Art Hendren and Matt Bear. Tyler McRae continues to lead. Zach Edwards still on his rearview mirror in that battle for the top spot. Then you got Devin Landry in third. Let's talk about Landry while we are at it. He's having a great run in that number 96 machine, normally driven by Mason Foster. But Landry's been filling in these last couple of weeks or so. Finished 7th last week at North Wilkesboro, leading a lap. His best finish came at Lucas Oil Raceway in March with a top 5 finish.
Yeah, he's another one having he's not running a full schedule, so he's just out there to get the wins, and he is doing a great job of showing up every week and getting the job done. You can see he, like the other drivers we've looked at tonight, just really loose. The car tightens up as the fuel burns off, so they have to be loose on the early going. It has caused a problem for a few drivers so far. Oh, including right in front of him, Tyler McRae was wicked loose off 4.
Oh, so close for the driver of the 51, and I think there was a bumper from Zach Edwards, and there was. I don't think we can rewind it too much, but McRae was bumped from Zach Edwards. There's a little bit of Morse code going on right now. Zach Edwards with that first bump, just let him know he's right there. Second bump means it is time to move. If you're McRae, if that does happen, this allows Landry, though, to close in the battle for the race lead.
Yeah, and you have to know Tyler McRae is not giving up that position easily. He's back in the car, he's back in XCAL, and he has come to try and just get out there and get the win. He's obviously not in contention points-wise, but I do think Zach may give him a little love tap again.
Taking a look in turns 3 and 4. Just checking. He did not. It was very close, though, but now they work on the number 15 of Stephen Wett. Now, how does Devin Landry get into this battle for the race lead? Obviously, he's not going to bump his teammate ahead of him in Zach Edwards, but he's going to figure something out.
Well, if Zach sees him coming and sees he's got a little bit more speed, Zach would be wise to let him get by, slide in behind him, and then let Devin work on the 51 of Tyler McRae, get that pass and follow him through.
We talked about Steele Langford. Oh, hang on a second. Nearly a bumper from Zach Edwards to Tyler McRae. So going back, we talked about Steele Langford earlier on. He's currently in 16th position, up 23 spots. It's only lap 43 of 350.
He's gaining a position every 2 laps, so that's going to be problematic for the other drivers. And congratulations to Cortland Herman. Yes, I did see your post, and congratulations, buddy.
Here we go.
I hope it goes well.
Battle for the lead inside. Zach Edwards. McRae went onto the outside, got a little bit tighter in the corner. Either that or he just wanted to let Zach Edwards go. The driver of the 6 out in front for our second lead change today and our third different leader.
I'm willing to bet that, I don't know, Tyler has been really patient here so far tonight, and normally in the past we'd have seen him just let him by just to repay the bumps, but looks like Tyler's driving really smart. Second place is great for him right now. It lets the leader clear the lap traffic for him. Man, this might be a smart strategy move.
I wouldn't blame so either. And maybe perhaps he could use lap traffic as a pick, because that's heavy lap traffic ahead. They lapped the 56. They, as in Zach Edwards, laps the 56 of Brad Ebel. Now looks to put Greg Holes a lap down off of 4. He got a little loose there off the corner because of trying to lap him. That got interesting.
And meanwhile, as they navigate, Steele Langford still charging forward, now up to 14th place. Matt Bear up 12 spots, now to 20th. These two guys are really charging forward. Another driver up almost 10 spots, up 9 spots, is Stephen Wetton.
Travis Sukup also up 11 spots too, so watch out for him. Langford's trying to work on Blake Wynn, 3 wide in the corner. That rarely works, but it did there for a second as they battle it out for position. With more lap traffic ahead, that's Daniel Miller, who's actually Langford's next target for position. Jeff Edgar is a lap car, by the way. Jeff Edgar bought the 39 a couple of days ago for $40. Jeremy Lettle in that race car today, currently running in position number 24. This is getting interesting. Langford's looking all the way down to the bottom, but that's a really shallow entry though if he tries and goes for it.
Yeah, he almost getting into the little raised berm there as they come off of 4. That inside is actually elevated.
Oh, nearly gets into him again. He's got to be careful, remember. If he causes a wreck and Aaron Hellebusch gives him the blame, he's disqualified for the evening.
Yeah, some of these guys got to be really, really careful here tonight. I think he's the only one with a strike already. No, isn't there one other driver with a strike tonight?
I believe so. A couple of drivers are starting with the strike. From my notes I have correctly, Austin Edwards was one of them. Kendrick Cryer, Alex Gratz. I want to say Matt Bear, maybe Greg Hole. I don't know. I'm looking at the asterisks, so.
Meanwhile, I don't know
I
don't think Steele actually got the memo that he needs to be careful because he is sending it all the way up to 12th now. And if I'm Zach Edwards up here in this lap traffic and I'm talking to my team about this guy charging through the field, I'm probably telling guys, look, you need to move right now.
So drivers that are starting with the strike include Austin Edwards, Kendrick Cryer, Alex Gratz, Greg Holes, and Steele Langford.
I might change my name to Steele Langford.
Battle for 18th on track. Matt Barrow loose off at 4, nearly got a bumper from John Schwartz. That got interesting.
Yeah, and now we're at a point in the race, 58 laps into this thing. Everybody is battling either another driver or a lap car or both. This is when things really are going to start to heat up, and we're going to see some frustration spill over here before too much longer.
If you look closely at a wide shot of TV3 here, you can see that how the track looks. It's full of race cars all around at the moment. There are some big spots, about maybe 2 or 3, but this racetrack at the moment, this 0.4 mile racetrack, is littered with cars.
Yeah, it's definitely a mess here tonight. 60 laps in, and I do believe it's time for our first commercial break.
Yeah, actually, let's hold that for a couple of laps as we are 4 laps away from the silent lap in honor of Jeremy Lettle's mom. As you see Zach Edwards try and put John Schwartz a lap down. Fuel window again. Drivers are a couple of moments away from their first pit stops. Devin Landry, Austin Edwards in a good battle for 3rd position. We've got 2 lap cars in front of him, though, in Jeremy Lettle and Chris Johnson. Oh, hang on, Lettle making some wheels with James Johnson. And right in front of Devin Landry and Austin Edwards. They go to the outside and move out of the way. And in honor of Jeremy Lettle's mother, we go silent on lap 64. Doug, go ahead with what you were going to say. Sorry about that.
Oh, no, I was just saying we would focus on Leto throughout that lap. It seems right in. Leto obviously having a good night so far tonight, up to 23rd spot.
65 laps are complete. Zach Edwards, Tyler McRae, Devin Landry, Austin Edwards, and Kendrick Cryer the top 5. Stay with us as we go side by side.
Are you ready to chase the moonlight? Community-based and talent-driven, Moonlight Speed Concepts has what you need to take your iRacing experience to the next level. Founded by passionate owners that care about the community and housing some of the top setup builders and drivers on the platform, Moonlight Speed Concepts offers custom paints, driver coaching, and setups for dirt, asphalt short track racing, and eNASCAR competition. Partnered with top brands in both real world and simulation. Follow us on Facebook or visit moonlightspeed.com and find out why these businesses chase the moonlight and why you should too. Moonlight Speed Concept, where all we chase is moonlight.
"77 laps are complete here, and the Everyone is Ugly at 5 a.m. 3:50. Zach Edwards, the leader, brings the number 6 into pit road, almost loses it, and almost the number 5 of Derek Colson lost it too. Drivers going to have to be very careful tonight when they come into pit road, because look at all those marbles all the way around the apron.
Not to mention, as we mentioned a couple of times, there is that little, let's call it a berm, you see as Nicholas Seams goes to pit road. They go uphill to get onto pit road. They go downhill coming off pit road. But that little berm goes all the way around the inside of those corners and can really upset a car if it's hit wrong. As it looks like Alex Krapser stayed out to lead a lap, and I do believe he's coming to pit road. And we did see a lot of issues, guys, during practice, just getting in there a little too deep and spinning into that pit road wall.
Absolutely, got to be very careful with that, and for the drivers here as well. Cold tires coming out, so have to be careful on that side of the story too.
Things are definitely, this is one of the trickiest pit roads out there, and it makes things very, very interesting. But another interesting thing is here comes J&S. PDJ Zeller is headed into the lead.
Absolutely, he decided to pit on lap number 33, looking for horsepower over tires. And it's PDJ Zeller that goes to the point for the first time today. Waiting to lead a lap. He would be the 5th different leader of this race. And he goes to the race lead. Zach Edwards with a slow stop, 38.62. Zeller, Edwards, and Cryer all with 33-second stops. So, a lot of stops in 37, 38-second range. I think we're seeing a lot of strategy being played out here early, Doug.
Those 37, 38-second stops, those are right sides and fuel only. The longer stops of looking through here, it looks like everybody may have taken right sides only on that stop. Chris Johnson, Jose Godino, and Alex Gratz, the only three that have a stop approaching a minute. This is going to be interesting. Strategy always plays a huge factor at Southern National.
Yeah, when you think about it as well, the drivers are not really turning in tightly here at SNMP because of the banking. They're just letting the car glide throughout the corners, not doing a lot of wear on those left sides. So that's why you're seeing the strategy of some drivers take 2 tires and fuel like we saw with the top 3. Looking for some other good battles here on track. Closest one we've got is a battle for 20th. Derek Colson versus Travis Sukup. Colson was very angry after how he was treated last race when it came to the racing on track. Looking to rebound himself, but he's got a loose car fighting it on the exits.
Yeah, cold tires, and you have to set it up loose here. The car gets so tight. It doesn't matter what car you're driving here. They all tend to get tight as the race goes on, as fuel burns off. So a lot of drivers setting up to be really loose in the early going to be fast in the long run. But it does have an impact here because you're fighting the car the whole time. You're fighting it, and it's only neutral for a couple of laps, and then it starts getting tight again. It's a long night, and it is definitely a driver's track when you come to Southern National.
Austin Edwards all over PDJ Zeller in this battle for the race lead. Would not be surprised if Edwards took a peek down to the inside within the next 3 to 5 laps.
There he goes, down to the inside already. Came off turn 2, got the run underneath Petey. And, Petey might have gotten a little bit of the wall there.
It was close for sure. Edwards wanting the lead back. This is Petey's first race with multiple laps led this season as a whole. He led a lap at Michigan and a lap at Texas. So, Austin Edwards goes back to the race lead. That's our 5th lead change unofficially of the evening. But here comes his he got loose. He tried to cut down in front of Cryer, and they're 3 wide to the inside. Zach Edwards looking to go 2 for 1. It's an EHP sandwich with JNS as the crust.
Yeah, that is Petey. Obviously, it's a very unusual move for Petey. He just trying to crank up the aggression, tried to find a way back around Austin, and almost cost him the race. Great save, though, by both Petey and Kendrick Cryer. Kendrick backing off just enough to make sure they both didn't end up in the wall.
Yeah, he thought he was clear on the 48, but guess he didn't realize the spotter said car inside, down low, whatever it normally says. So that puts Zeller back to 4th, Cryer back to 3rd. Zach Edwards is the big winner in all of this as he picked up 2 spots. He moves up into 2nd position.
Zach Edwards was just in wreck avoidance mode on that one, but man, it seemed to work here. He just drops to the bottom, keeps his foot in it, picks up 2 spots, and is now trying to run down Austin Edwards. Only 2 Edwards in the field tonight, though.
Zach last time by was a 1/2 tenth better than Austin Edwards, so he's slightly closing in for the race lead. You look at how it is last time for the laps at the line. Zach was a 10th quicker than Austin Edwards. He'll be in within striking distance in about 5 laps or so to try and challenge for the race lead.
I don't know that the lap times are going to matter here nearly as much tonight as having the car right to get through traffic. That is the trickiest part about going around Southern National.
To tell you, by the way, we have had a second driver park the car for the evening. That is Alex Gratz. He has currently scored the 38th place driver on track. So that's a tough break to see for him, who had a lot of speed coming in tonight.
Yeah, that is a bit of a heartbreak. And I'm trying to read what ribbon is Brad Ebel carrying on his hood tonight.
You know, I was asking kind of the exact same question, Evo currently in 30th. I know Don Jordan has the pink ribbon in honor of breast cancer, but you know the Black Sheep Racing team. Oh, this is for PTSD.
That is
That's
awesome.
what it says on the hood. You know, whenever they find an opportunity to have tribute cars, they will do it. You know, Don, a very Christian man, very religious person, and always likes to take opportunities to honor people or causes.
That's awesome. It's actually the same color as the trigeminal neuralgia ribbon. I thought that's what it was for a minute. He'd have gotten a lot of camera time with that ribbon on his car.
Zach Edwards right there on Austin Edwards as they work on the lap car of Jeff Edgar, currently running in 25th position. Remember, Zach Edwards looking for a record 4th XCAL win in a row. Got 3 in a row last week, which nobody has ever done. Austin Edwards, the car in front, never been able to do that before.
And it's worth noting, do you have the giveaway winner? Max Power just commented, congratulations to the giveaway winner, and I looked earlier and I have forgotten who it was.
Absolutely. We are at the top of the hour, so that's a good idea. Earlier this weekend, we've been giving away an XCAL Racing Whale PD mouse gamer mat pad, and congratulations to our winner, a guy that I've met in person before. Alex Hallinar is the winner of the Whale PD mouse pad.
Congratulations, Alex. And when are we going to see Hallinar back on track? I have not seen him in forever.
It's been a while. Next time I think I'll be seeing him is sometime in Oswego later this year. Either for Classic Weekend or for Super Dirt Week. I don't know when. But he's a cool dude. Hopefully we see him return soon. But good battle for the lead in heavy lap traffic between Austin and Zach. Zach not looking to the inside because of the car on the outside. Doesn't want to risk 3 wide. That's Sean Andrews who now goes a lap down. If a yellow were to fly at this moment, it would be Andrews, Rex, and Miller. That would be a lap down.
Another great battle going on has been the 23 as he marches forward. He is stuck in some heavy traffic, manages to get the nose down and clear some lap traffic, but Steele Langford up 29 spots. He is in 10th place now. And, man, he is having one heck of a run tonight. Not to be outdone, Jonathan Schwartz behind him in 11th, up 10 spots. And the Matt Bear, up into 12th after starting 32nd. Those three, I think they are coming to the front.
They're looking for 5 bonus points for Hard Charger tonight. We got to step aside and go to break. You're watching a hard-fought battle between Austin Edwards gets turned right off of Zach Edwards. That's not going to be a caution flag. Oh my goodness, has this race changed big time? Zach Edwards goes to the race lead, and Austin is not going to be happy. He goes back to 7th position. Let's look at the Flaming Karma Paint Shop replay.
And here it was off of turn 4, Austin Edwards right behind Matt Bear. Matt trying to hold on to his lead lap, and it looks like Zach just got a better run off of turn 2. Got right into the bumper and really had nowhere to go.
And something that was going on as well was that Austin got into Matt Bear's bumper and was trying to let off so he would try and correct the car and get it back going in the right direction. And Zach didn't realize that and got into him by mistake. So, wow. So It's now Zach Edwards, the race leader. Kendrick Cryer 2nd, PDJ Zeller 3rd, Tyler McRae 4th, Nicholas Eames 5th. Will step aside and go side by side. Stay with us.
This is my good friend who had cancer when we were really little, and he was able to beat it through early detection, and now he just recently graduated from Santa Clara.
My dad was diagnosed with cancer my freshman year of high school. Thanks to early detection, he now gets to see me graduate from college.
Eight years ago, my mom was diagnosed with cancer, but thanks to early detection, I'll get to spend this Christmas with her.
My dad was diagnosed with cancer when I was 10, and he passed away soon after. Maybe if we had early detection, he would have been able to be there to walk me down the aisle.
Early detection saves lives.
We welcome you back to live coverage of the Everyone is Ugly at 5 a.m. 350 from Southern National Motorsports Park. Marty Sakala alongside Doug Burns. Zach Edwards currently leads with Kendrick Cryer in second, behind 1 second. Before we went to break, if you missed it, Austin Edwards had spun from the race lead off the front bumper of Zach Edwards. Austin currently back in the 6th position at the moment. I'd like to take this opportunity to say hello to a couple of our viewers out there watching on the chat. Hello to Max Power watching, who donated a couple of, I don't know, if what do they call them, points or cheers or something like that on Twitch. I don't know what the heck they're called. But he says, nice web store as well. Hello to Jamie T watching in the chat. On Facebook, we've got Matthew rooting for Ryan Seams in the chat. Matika rooting for Edmund as always, and Matthew rooting for Ryan Seams as well. On YouTube, we've got Mr. Ben rooting for Brad. So nice crowd here watching tonight. We appreciate you coming on in. We currently have 10 drivers on the lead lap in a caution-free race. Battle for 9th and a close call for Steele Langford with Ryan Seams, and I don't think he's happy with that 27. Something had to have happened earlier on.
Yeah, and now Steele's going to hop to the bottom. It looks like the 27 just going to hop up and let him go by. Making the wise move. Go! And a little door slam. Schwartz jumps to the bottom. They're 3 wide.
This is getting interesting. And that's not for a position either. Langford tried to get inside of the 01. That did not work out. Schwartz currently in 26th position at the moment. He just paid a couple of moments ago, but Steele's got to be careful. He's, and we got a car in the wall up ahead. I'm trying to see who that is. I think that was Blake Wynn in the 99.
Oh, that's a heartbreaker. Blake Wynn had a great start to the night. He was moving up, but, man, it has gone wrong for a few drivers here tonight. And good evening to Danny. She is, as always, in the chat, and I can't imagine which team she's cheering for here tonight, Marty.
Yeah, I don't know who she's cheering for either. Let's focus on Austin Edwards here because he's closed the gap on Nicholas Seams for 5th position. Now back a quarter of a second, trying to close in on that.
There's a 3-wide battle going on just behind him. Looks like everybody made it through, but man, there are some there's some spots on the track where things are starting to get dicey with certain groups. You got so many lead lap cars like Austin Edwards having to fight their way through heavy lap traffic, and that lap traffic is battling.
Blake Wynn just got loose in the center of 1 and 2 as well. He just lost 2 positions to Jeremy Lutto and Blake Wynn. That 99's in trouble. And I think it's due up for a pit stop. He is yet to make his second stop of the race. And we are around that corner for pit stops happening.
Zach Edwards, meanwhile, has cleared a little bit of traffic and now has a 1.4 second lead over Kendrick Cryer. And remember, there's only 10 cars left on the lead lap, but a lot of battles going on track as Steele Langford coming by Joe Campbell as he continues. And Petey, looks like P.D.J. Zeller is the first driver to make his second stop here.
That's the first amongst the leaders as he gives up position number 3. Tyler McRae currently holding on to that position.
Tyler McRae, man, he was so happy to be here tonight, and he has just been going for it since the drop of the green. Had a couple of moments, we'll say, out there, but still holding on to that top 3 position, trying to see if he can get that car to victory lane for the first time.
Travis Sukup in the 27. I may have said Sean Patrick earlier tonight. I apologize for that. It's Sukup if you're watching. Oh, we got Brett Meckes up in the wall. Big stack up along with Daniel Miller. They're 3 wide off of turn 4. This may not end up pretty. They're right in front of the leader as well in Zach Edwards.
Not to mention, you've got cars coming off pit road now, and they're taking up the whole track 3 wide everywhere. This is not going to be good.
Zach Edwards goes 2 for 1. You've got 3 by 3 off of the corner. Being very patient. That's the name of the game here at SNMP. Got to be very patient.
Zach has definitely played, and we saw this the last couple of weeks. Zach very patient, very careful about making those passes.
Trouble, Daniel Miller has crashed in the 262. He has hit the attenuator off of turn 4, trying to bring it into pit road. No damage from the looks of it, but yes, Flaming Karma paint shop replay.
There he is down to the bottom. He's trying to get to pit road. We talked about there's that little rise plus all those pebbles from the tires. Man, it is rough to get to pit road. If you don't get it right, you're in big trouble. Fortunately, he was on the brakes hard. Not any damage.
That yellow cone, though, gets reset. Apologies to that. Oh, no, I'm sorry, looking at the wrong one. Rest in peace, yellow cone for right now. Is it still there off of 4? No, it got reset. So Zach Edwards, though, continues to lead at the moment. John Friley just lost a position to Matt Bear in the 420. Taking away 16th spot as of right now. Devin Landry bringing the 96 into pit road. And Blake
Leto on pit road. Austin Edwards is back in. Kendrick Cryer, Petey. We're about to complete it. Looks like we've only got about 5 or 6 drivers that have not been to pit road. Actually, it looks like the top 8 are the only ones that have not been to pit road, and now Ryan Seams comes in. Meanwhile,
careful, Zach Edwards!
Zach is having some close calls getting past these lap cars, but you know, we have seen Zach have the lowest incident count every week that he has won, and so far, so good for Zach.
Absolutely. At 2x, though, at the moment, off the contact from Austin Edwards. He comes into pit road. Kendrick Cryer not going to the race lead because he had already made his way down pit road. So Edwards will get credit for leading the lap of the line. Nicholas Seams will assume the lead for right now.
Nicholas Seams just getting some bonus points here as he rides around. Alex Krapser back in second, another J&S car. Having a great run here tonight as well. He's still waiting to get to pit road, but he stretched to lap 80 last time. So expect him to go another 4 or 5 laps here and maybe see if this strategy pays off later in the race, trying to stretch the fuel mileage.
Seams comes to pit road. He did get credited for leading 1 lap. Alex Krapser also comes in. Caution flag is out. We got a big one. Matt Bear is involved in the 420. And more drivers as well also involved. Joe Campbell got a piece of it, Zeller and Colson, and I think more.
Let's take a look at the Flaming Karma replay. And here goes the 420 down. Oh, it was a car coming off pit road. I believe Blake went. Oh, no! The 37 bounces off the outside wall, comes down and collects Matt. And then Petey comes through with nowhere to go. Several cars just had no options whatsoever. The track just, man, it got full really, really quickly. Taking a look at Derek Colson.
If you look as well from the XCAL Racing blimp, Hendren caught the wall, and Cryer could not check up. That's what led to Hendren coming down to Matt Bear. Blake Wayne just got out of pit road, caught some damage out of that. Nice job by Chris Johnson to sneak his way through. Same with Kyle Bartles. But our first accident of the day, that leads to a caution, is out here. Now this will be interesting considering that Nicholas Seams and Alex Krapser came into pit road just as the caution flag flew. They should get the race lead. And I think they will.
That's going to be interesting, and that's going to put a lot of cars trapped a lap down because some of these drivers had stayed out as long as they had. We were talking right before the caution about Krapser could stretch it to lap 160 or more. That fuel mileage, we've seen that play out here in the past where they end up lapping most of the field. In fact, last fall when we were here, there was one point where there was only 2 cars on the lead lap.
Dippity-doo on YouTube, by the way. And so Nicholas Seams will bring the 960 down to top off on some fuel. We can tell you, by the way, that Kendrick Cryer has been disqualified from the race because he already had 1 strike. He is the cause of the accident because he could not check up on Art Hendren in time. So, Seams comes in to get some left side tires on. And so I think the race lead will go to Alex Krapser.
And it is looking that way, although Seams is on his way off.
And so Alex Krapser will be out in front when we go back to the green flag. While we are at it, let's take this time to look at the How to Suck at iRacing full field rundown under this caution flag. Alex Krapser, currently your race leader. At the moment, Nicholas Seams will restart from 2nd position. Actually, no correction. Zach Edwards will restart from 2nd. Seams runs in 3rd spot with PDJ Zeller in 4th position. Nice run for Petey despite being involved in that last accident. Austin Edwards, after spinning earlier, currently in the top 5. Again, Zach Edwards looking for 4 straight wins. Austin Edwards trying to end that. Tyler McRae's return, currently running in 6th spot. Devin Landry is in 7th. Stephen Rex is in 8th. Sean Andrews 9th. And the debut of Steele Langford is in 10th position. Rex, Andrews, and Langford got the waves. Ryan Seams is 11th. Blake Wynn 12th. Joe Campbell 13th. Kyle Bartles 14th. Jeremy Leto in the tribute race for his mother in 15th. John Schwartz 16th. Stephen Wetton 17th. Sean Patrick 18th. Matt Bear 19th. Robert Colgan is in 20th. Doug?
Travis Sukup up 13 spots into 21st. Derek Colson in 22nd. Look at Thanos on the move. Gerald Thanos Poole up to 23rd. John Friley up into 24th now. Albie Hewins running in 25th. Albie has had a string of really good races, but struggling here tonight. Jeff Edgar, 26th. Greg Holes in 27th. Don Jordan, 28th. Daniel Miller in 29th. And Brad Ebel in 30th. Chris Johnson towards the back of the field in 31st. Second, Kendrick Cryer appears to be out along with Kevin Church in... Brett Mekas in 34th, then Kevin Church in 35th. Art Hendren on pit road in 36th. Edmund Jones back out in 37th. Alex Gratz and Luke Turpin out of the race.
While we were at it, to make sure you check out the XCAL Racing web shop at xcalracing.com/shop. Our newest products include a tie-dye t-shirt, a print backpack, and the Ice Stand with Leto shirt.
And don't forget to tune in tomorrow night. The Nowski Nation Legacy Series will be back. Thursday night, the American All-Star Dirt Series, and some of these drivers are actually in that field. So a lot of great racing coming this week.
SimRacer Hub is our official statistical provider of XCAL Racing. To learn more about how the drivers are doing and in the standings, make sure you check out simracerhub.com, especially if you want to start your very own iRacing League. Our Victory Lane sponsor is brought to you by Fuel Factor X, presented by KMU Trucking. We are back to the green flag here on lap number 168.
And note that the leader is way back in the middle of the pack. Let's take a look from the XCAL blimp. As we look at Alex Krapser is way back in the field. He had a double file start in front of him. So he was about 11th or 12th on track. He's got a long way to go tonight.
Restart is under review per Aaron Hillebush. Battle for the lead starting to shape up here between Krapser and Edwards. Half a car length separating them while they got heavy lap traffic in front of them in Blake Wynn and the 45 of Sean Patrick.
Petey now up into third, and Austin has made his way back into fourth. But looking back in 10th place, Steele Langford is closing in on Devin Landry. There is an 8.5 second gap there, but Steele is really coming through this field. And, you know, there has been one other time we have seen a rookie come out and win. That was Josh Doobie last year, and I believe it was Texas, wasn't it, Marty? That Josh Doobie came out first race ever and took victory lane.
Oh, yeah, that one track.
Yeah, what happened there to you? I mean, just curious.
Yeah, it happened.
There is an inside wall there, just FYI.
Yeah, no crap, Sherlock. So, battle for third also on between Zeller and Edwards. They are 4 seconds behind on race leader Alex Krapser. They're working their way past, I believe that's Bartles in the 88, and that is. Best battle on track, though, is currently for 20th between Robert Colgan and Travis Sukup in 3 and 4.
And it is worth noting there's not that many cars left on the lead lap, and all the lead lap cars are stuck behind all these battles going on elsewhere. That makes for an interesting night because these guys are battling it out, and when the leaders get to them, you know, in some cases they have to let the leaders by, which also puts them in the position of if the other driver follows the leader through, they lose another spot. So it's very, very tricky. And Southern National, always a great show, always exciting, and always a lot of strategy and frustration at play.
16th place battle right in front of your race leader and Alex Krapser. That's Stephen Wetton and John Schwartz, giving the leader a tough time to let them go because they're battling for a position. Wetton nearly into the quarter panel of John Schwartz. Let's see how Krapser takes this into effect.
PDJ Zeller is on pit road.
Interesting situation. Unscheduled stop, perhaps, or maybe some strategy?
I don't know about the... Holy cow, it's getting dicey right in front of the leaders. I don't know about the strategy because from here, he cannot make it on one more stop. If he had gone another 10 laps, I would think he could make it on a single stop, but I have to wonder if there is a penalty from the restart or something else has happened that has put Petey on pit road.
Hopefully, an iRacing penalty. We don't get those. Yeah, we don't get those from Aaron Hillebush. He only gives out the XCAL penalties. If it's an iRacing penalty, it's not announced.
So anything could be possible here. Maybe since we know Danny's watching, she's the team owner for that car, maybe we'll get an update on that here in a little bit. Definitely wanted to see Petey have another great run here tonight. And meanwhile, that battle right in front of Krapser has really got to be making him nervous, and also probably frustration because Zach Edwards is now there. Austin Edwards up into third is closing down that 3 second gap.
We got to step aside as we go to commercial break. You're not going to miss a thing. We'll keep this battle rolling. Stay with us. You saw it happen side by side, 3 wide, and Schwartz goes around off of contact from Stephen Wetton. Also it is involved is Greg Hull, Steele Langford, and one of the Black Sheep cars. I can't tell if that's Ebel or Jordan. Let's take a look at the Flaming Karma Paint Shop replay once again to show you what went down. This got very risky when the race leader went 3 wide into the corner.
You saw Schwartz, he moves up the track, or they were trying to move up the track and let the leader by, but they were still battling side by side. Crapser gets a good run down into turn 1. They go 3 wide. Wetton moves up just a hair, gets into Schwartz. Thought they had it saved for a minute, but no, they end up going around, and several extremely fast cars catching a piece of this, including, as you mentioned, the newcomer Steele Langford, who looked like got caught as everybody was checking up, trying to not get involved in this, might have gotten hit from behind. He was right on Matt Bear's bumper. It was a big mess there, and he had nowhere to go.
Well, here's the thing. Langford was going to miss that wreck in the first place, and however, though, Wetton was not on the brakes. He came down into him. And so this penalty goes against the 0-1. I'm a little interested in hearing what Aaron Hillebush has to say about that reason once he says it on, and we'll give it to you in just a moment. Could be perhaps the 1 car per lane rule, perhaps.
Wave around. Zeller's car was overheating.
So that's what they were saying. Interesting. Ryan Seams, Stephen Rex, Joe Campbell get waved. Waiting to hear what Hillebush has to say on it, but while we're at it, let's go back to our commercial. Actually, hold 3 wide. And that's all we have, so. Oh, wait. They're saying the 0-1 came down into a couple more. So we'll step aside and go to break. Once again, we'll resume it, so stay with us.
This is my good friend who had cancer when we were really little, and he was able to beat it through early detection, and now he just recently graduated from Santa Clara.
This picture's really funny. My dad was diagnosed with cancer my freshman year of high school. Thanks to early detection, he now gets to see me graduate from college.
Eight years ago, my mom was diagnosed with cancer, but thanks to early detection, I'll get to spend this Christmas with her.
My dad was diagnosed with cancer when I was 10, and he passed away soon after. Maybe if we had early detection, he would have been able to be there to walk me down the aisle.
Early detection saves lives.
We come back to green on lap 193. Alex Krapser leads. Steven Rex is running in second position. Theo Langford, after the wait, despite being involved in that spin, is in third position. A couple of drivers decided to pit under that last stint, including Krapser, Rex, Edwards, both Edwards guys. McRae, pretty much the majority of the field pitted. Theo Langford did not. He moved up to third. Stephen Rex with a much better strategy of going fuel only. Austin and Zach taking less fuel as well. Same with Tyler McRae. And so Rex and Langford able to pick up positions as Alex Krapser has a big 4.3 second lead. We got Jeremy Lettle that is crashed, trying to find him and we'll see where he is in 11th. Looks like he spun out off of turn number 2. And he did. Let's see what happened. Oh boy. A rivalry renewed once again.
Leto off down the, and it's Tyler McRae right behind him, off into turn one. McRae gets into the right rear. Great save. Oh, almost saved it by Leto. He gets rolling again with a little up, I think that was from Thanos straightening him back out.
I think so. Currently back in the 11th position. Still on a good run at the moment. Currently up 7 spots. Good battle on for third between the rookie and the vet.
Austin Edwards looking under Steele Langford. Steele does have some right front damage here. Not going to have a huge impact here, but Zach Edwards slips by as well. Steele now back into 5th. But you got to give him credit for his rookie run to be up 34 spots into 5th place. Man,
we
got a corner wall.
jump for John Friley. We'll see if this will be a yellow or if he can get this one back going.
There are no gaps on the track right now to get back, merge back into traffic.
He's keeping it right there.
He's trying to draw the caution.
That's going to be really tough for him. He's just trying to find a gap. And there it is, just in front of Thanos Pool. Let's see what happens.
Oh, they were 3 wide and he just barely gets tapped and goes around. And what a tough incident. And he lost so much time just being stuck. You got to give him credit, the sportsmanship of me, making sure he didn't impact anybody else. But man, he lost a lot of ground.
Currently in the 26th position because of it. He was running inside the top 20 just around, I want to say, when he spun. Let's go back and watch the battle for third between Austin and Zach. Steele Langford had let them go by. And also because they don't have any damage compared to the 23. Now, this should be interesting because last time the two were next to each other, Austin spun off the front bumper of Zach.
Yeah, and they are in the same position. Austin up just ahead in 3rd, Zach in 4th. These two guys are both extraordinarily fast, and they do a great job on the track. We've talked about how clean Zach has been over the last month or two. You know, he's doing everything right, but one little mistake, and that's what happens. And Austin back up there is obviously watching his mirror, and I guarantee you Zach is giving him a little extra room here.
I can tell you, by the way, that Steven Wetton is in the pits. Steven blew the engine, so that's a 30-minute repair job for him. Likely will end his night. Currently scored in 31st position. We're watching that battle for 3rd. Also watching a battle for 5th. Tyler McRae all over Steele Langford for the position.
Steele is definitely, after that incident, nowhere near as fast as he was earlier in the race. Still trying to hold on for a top 10, but next time he hits pit road, he's going to have to get as much repairs as possible. Good strategy knowing that car was damaged to keep him and get him up several positions, but you got to wonder how much that damage is impacting him because he's almost a half a second slower than he was earlier in the race.
He's about 2/10 off the pace of the leader from the looks of it. 15:63 last time by. Alex Krapser running actually a 16:01, pardon me. Krapser, though, is in some pretty good lap traffic at the moment.
What about Jeremy Leto? Despite that wreck a moment ago, still up into 12th, and you know he would love to get a top 10. He'd really love to get a win here tonight. It would mean a lot, but he's got a long way to go. We'll see if he can get there.
Langford shutting the door on McRae for 4th position. We'll be interested to see how McRae deals with all of this in lap traffic.
Yeah, that could be very interesting.
Gives him the bumper. Just lets him know he's there. Again, Morse code. 1 bump, I'm there. 2 bumps, time to move. 3 bumps, I'm moving you.
McRae definitely using some old school tactics here to get the job done, and you gotta love it to see that. But man, if you're the rookie and you don't know that McRae's going to be Morse coding your back bumper, that's got to be a little disconcerting. Your first race in XCAL. Hopefully Langford has watched and learned a lot from previous races in XCAL, and hopefully he doesn't lose it completely here with the veteran on his bumper.
Working their way past John Friley.
Oh,
That got
Friley.
close there. Yeah. Just trying to side draft off of the 23 of Langford for that position.
And what about Steven Rex? Up in second place right now. He is starting to he's made his way all the way up into second by some great pit strategy, staying out when he could. You know, he's planning fuel mileage here, so we'll have to see how it plays out for him. But man, if this works out, that's going to be a great move by Rex tonight.
Had a good string of races these past few weeks. 2 fifths at Michigan and South Boston, leading laps along the way. Last week at North Wilkesboro, a 19th place finish after being involved in a caution flag.
That was definitely a rough night for Rex, considering his performance lately, but he has not given up, and he is continuing to stay up in the top 3, and every week he's just continuing to move forward. We're seeing a couple of drivers really come alive late in this season. I think next season, as we've seen more and more improvement from some of the guys that were historically mid to back of the pack, it could be, next season could be extraordinarily interesting.
Tyler McRae got past Steele Langford for 5th position. We can also tell you as well that Joe Campbell now up in 12th position after getting past Jeremy Lettle. Derek Colson also passing Jeff Edgar for 21st on the racetrack. We got a big stack up with Greg Holes in the 19. Let's see what the cause of that was. I'll take a look. I think somebody got sideways. If I were to guess it, it was Holes. Got sideways all by himself. The field checked up. Luckily, nobody got into anybody else and nobody spun out, so race on.
Yeah, Tyler McRae's right there. Jonathan Schwartz, Steele Langford, all right behind that. When you see that in front of you, knowing that once somebody goes around at this track, once anything happens, that entire track covers up so quickly, as we've seen in both cautions tonight. Once one person was turned, the whole track just became a roadblock. And man, when you're right behind that, that is definitely unnerving, seeing guys struggling with the handling.
We've got reports that Sean Andrews is blanking in the 04. We got to give credit to him. We've yet to talk about him. This is his best run of the season thus far, in 7th spot, looking for his first top 10 of the year. His best finish was 18th at the Pocono Road Course. His second best was 29th at South Boston. It's been a tough season. This is definitely a morale booster for the 04.
Yeah, and you know, Sean was extremely fast last season, constantly in competition. I'm not even sure why he is struggling so much this season. Just losing the feel for the car, maybe, or not getting the setup where he needed it. But he's got something figured out tonight. This could be the return of Sean Andrews towards the front.
Who knows? Let's focus on 3rd position. This is the only battle we have happening between Austin and Zach. Zach just being patient, trying to pressure Austin into a mistake and look for 3rd.
Yeah, pressuring Austin is not something that happens very often, but man, Austin knows Zach's already got into him once tonight. Zach obviously giving plenty of room, though, here tonight. He's not pushing the issue because of what happened earlier. It gets later in the race, I'd fully expect Zach to start pushing and maybe using that chrome horn again.
229 laps are complete. Alex Krapser leads Stephen Rex, Austin and Zach Edwards, and Tyler McRae. Stick around. We go side by side.
Are you ready to chase the moonlight? Community-based and talent-driven, Moonlight Speed Concepts has what you need to take your iRacing experience to the next level. Founded by passionate owners that care about the community and housing some of the top setup builders and drivers on the platform, Moonlight Speed Concepts offers custom paints, driver coaching, and setups for dirt, asphalt short track racing, and eNASCAR competition. Partnered with top brands in both real world and simulation. Follow us on Facebook or visit moonlightspeed.com and find out why these businesses chase the moonlight and why you should too. Moonlight Speed Concept, where all we chase is moonlight.
We welcome you back with 242 laps complete, nearing 100 laps to go in the Everyone is Ugly at 5 a.m. 3:50 at Southern National Motorsports Park. Marty Sakala alongside Doug Burns on the call. We are off next week, but 2 weeks we are headed to a brand new track for XCAL Racing, Iowa Speedway. Don't miss out on that. Start time is 8:15 p. Start time is 7:20 p.m. on the networks of How to Suck at iRacing.
Alex Crapser holding on to the lead. Steven Rex still holding on to second, doing a great job. Still has a 2-second lead on Austin Edwards in third. Zach Edwards in fourth. Has not pressured Austin much since this last caution. Just riding along. Tyler McRae in fifth at the moment on his return.
We have a battle happening for 22nd position. In fact, this was actually a battle for 23rd. And the pass was made a moment ago. John Schwartz got past Gerald Poole for 23rd. Remember, Schwartz trying to rebound from his penalty for causing the last caution. And so up in 22nd spot as of right now. No change in that battle for third before we went to break between Austin and Zach Edwards. They continue to follow each other. But Steven Rex, though, has been starting to cut that gap down a little bit. 9/10 of a second between him and Crapser. And Rex is looking for his first ever XCAL win.
And Sean Andrews is the first one for this round of green flag stops. He is on pit road out of the top 10. Looks like we're going to start seeing a bunch of different strategies play out here. And remember, Steven Rex and actually that top four, looks like everybody stopped on lap 185. But there was several different strategies that played out on pit road. We'll have to see which one works the best.
Absolutely, and we are in that range for pit stops to be taking place just around right now. Down to a quarter of a second. Maybe Crapser could be saving his tires up. Crapser's been dealing with that lap traffic of Devin Landry. Rex has just been reeling him in with clean air, and the battle for the lead is heating up.
Austin Edwards now on pit road from fourth. Zach Edwards now up into third. And with this lap traffic in the way of the leaders and them to about to start battling, that's going to give these guys a chance to reel them in before they go to pit road here.
We'll see what happens. Down to 2 car lengths. Rex was better by 300ths last time by. This time at the line, it's just about even at the stripe.
Worth noting, Steele Langford, after that incident, he has not been back to pit road yet. He is currently dropped back to 12th. The pit stops are obvious. No, I stand corrected. He has already been to pit road. He went on lap 230, so he is now trying to make his way forward again. He'll still have to make one more stop, but we could see it be, could see a lot of last stops be fuel only as Steven Rex goes to pit road.
Yep, Steven Rex comes in from second spot, hands that off to Zach Edwards. Austin Edwards also came down in pit road. As we take a look at some of the strategies, Austin Edwards with a 33-second stop. So that makes you think of 2 tires and fuel, and the same goes for Sean Andrews in the 042. Now we wait for Alex Crapser to come in, who has a 2.3 second advantage on Zach Edwards.
Zach just trying to reel him in a little bit.
Oh, right in front of him! Landry and Poole get together. I think somebody was trying to come in, and it may have been Thanos. We stay under the green flag, though.
Let's take a look and see if we can see Gerald headed to pit road. Looks like he just missed pit road entry there. He gets down to the bottom finally. And looks like he took the inside way around to pit road. He's going to lose a lot of time after having a great run, being just inside the top 20 a couple of times tonight.
Blake Wynn, Steven Rex starting to battle for 7th position. Keep in mind, we've yet to see Blake Wynn yet. Could go 3 wide in the corner. Ryan Themes bows out of it. Tyler McRae comes into pit from 3rd position. More contact between Wynn and Seams. More contact again. Up the racetrack they go. Steven Rex tries to take advantage of it. Ryan Seams used a lot of muscle to get past the 99 of Blake Wynn.
Yeah, he did, and Steven Rex right there gets to take the easy pass as well as they continue to work their way back forward. That was an interesting one. That was a gutsy move, making it 3 wide on the bottom, knowing that those guys were there, and then just drifting up enough to move the 99 up the track.
Remember what happened last time we had 3 wide racing? A caution flag came out.
And you know, you got to wonder if Alex, Zach, Nicholas Seams, and Devin Landry, that top 4 is just trying to last until another caution comes out. Because here at Southern National, pit stops are when you generally see the cautions. Guys trying to get to pit road, spin out up to the track. Guys coming off pit road, make contact with guys coming out of turn 2. There is anything that could happen here.
All those top 4 drivers based out of the JNS Racing camp. Crapser's been saving some fuel a little bit. It's been allowing the 6 of Zach Edwards to close in this battle for the race lead. Ryan Seams comes into pit road, and same does Blake Wynn. Trouble with Tyler McRae and Sean Andrews. They have crashed. No caution. That's in turn 1. We stay under the green flag. Let's see if we got a replay.
Austin gets caught in that too. Tyler
Oh,
McRae,
wow.
Sean Andrews. Wow, this is going to shake things up a bit. Tyler McRae into turn 3, gets the nose under Sean. Looks like Sean was a little loose as Tyler gets a little push. They go up the track together. They both get righted very quickly and get moving again. But what happened with Austin behind is
It was a different accident.
Let's see.
John Schwartz. Now that's mine. I don't know what Schwartz was thinking there. Edwards was clearly inside.
I don't know if he was trying to block or if he just got a little loose there on fresh tires, but man, I am sure Austin really having a rough night here tonight. Zach Edwards, though, back to the lead.
9th lead change of the evening. Again, that's unofficial. That's what we are counting so far. We have had 7 different leaders in this race as well. Zach Edwards, the only guy we were waiting for to come in. He's looking for those fresher tires towards the end of the race. Remember, he's looking for 4 straight victories in XCAL racing, something unprecedented. Here he comes.
That's going to give the lead possibly back to Steven Rex, who has already pitted. Remember, these guys are going to have to pit at least. No! Zach Edwards will not have to pit again.
Wow! Final stop for Zach Edwards. Good call. All the other drivers that pitted are maybe on fuel strategy. This could get interesting. Now, here's something else that's interesting. Steven Rex with the quickest pit stop of them all, 24 seconds. He's banking on a caution, hopefully. If not, good chances are that he will have to make one more stop. Steven Rex goes to the race lead. And I think this is his first time out in front tonight.
It is his first time out in front.
Oh, right behind him, car on the wall. I think that was Friley. Nope, that's right behind him. Nope, it was Colson.
And look who has made his way back up into 4th place. He's got that car repaired and looks like he's got some repairs. It's not completely fixed, but he's got enough that his speed is starting to come back up. Steele Langford. Wow.
Nice run for him at the moment, currently 4th. Why don't we talk about all the drivers out here on track right now as we go to our full field rundown presented by How to Suck at iRacing. Doug, you start things off, top 20.
Up front, Steven Rex leads for the first time here tonight, followed by Zach Edwards looking for win number 4 this season. Sorry, 4 consecutive wins is the goal here tonight for him. Austin Edwards really having a rough and unusual night. He is now up into 3rd place. Steele Langford, the rookie, started in 39th up to 4th. Alex Krapser currently runs in 5th, has been up front tonight. One of the J&S cars. J&S is really putting on a show here tonight. Tyler McRae, his return to XCAL Racing, currently runs in 6th place. Sean Andrews currently runs in 7th place, up 10 spots. Nicholas Seams has held on to a top 10 spot most of the night, currently in 8th. Devin Landry currently runs in 9th place with Ryan Seams holding on to the top 10. Kyle Bartles up to 11th now. He continues his march forward after starting in 22nd. Blake Wynn running in 12th has had an up and down kind of night. He has been beat and banged but still in the fight. Joe Campbell starting to make his way back forward. He is currently in 13th. Jeremy Leto racing in memory of his mom here tonight, up to 14th, having a great run. Matt Bear up 17 spots into 15th, another one that is charged back and forth all night, and Sean Patrick in 16th. PDJ Zeller overheating issues earlier, back to 17th. Travis Sukup up 16 spots into 18th. Robert Colgan in 19th, and Jeff Edgar runs in 20th, Marty.
Something real quick as well. Greg Hull spun a couple laps ago, no caution, but it was right next to Zach Edwards. 21st position on track, John Schwartz trying to recover from a penalty of his own tonight. Gerald Thanos Poole in 22nd, up 13 positions tonight, a good run for him. Albert Hewins in 23rd, Daniel Miller 24th. They've each lost 11 positions on track. Another rough night for Derek Colson, currently in 25th. Don Jordan with what I guess you could consider a good night for the Black Sheep team in 26th position with his teammate Brad Ebel in 27th. Greg Holtz, a rough night for him in 28th. Same with John Friley in 29th. Jose Gaudino currently in the 30th position. Chris Johnson in the 67 is in 31st. Brent Meckes runs 32nd. Kevin Church, one of 2 drivers making their XCAL debuts tonight, is in 33rd spot and bringing the car into pit road. Edmund Jones is in 34th position. He had connection issues earlier tonight, came back out onto the track. Stephen Whiten, the last car on to me. We've got 4 cars out of the race, make it 5 cars. Stephen Whiten, Kendrick Cryer, Art Hendren, Alex Gratz, and Luke Turpin, the latter not starting the race. Steven Rex continues to lead, a big lead, 10 seconds, but a very risky one. Once again, a 24-second stop, less fuel than the other drivers, and pitted on lap 255. We know he'll have to stop again. The first guy I think that can hit, the first 2 guys I think that can hit the window are Zach Edwards and Alex Krapser, who pitted on laps 271 and 268. respectively. Nicholas Seams also pitted on lap 268. Devin Landry on 265. We talked about the window coming in tonight. It'll be 75 to 85 laps. Some drivers have been pitting early. We'll see what happens. We'll take our final break when we come back. We're taking you to the finish. Stay with us at SNMP.
This is my good friend who had cancer when we were really little, and he was able to beat it through early detection, and now he just recently graduated from Santa Clara.
These pictures were funny. My dad was diagnosed with cancer my freshman year of high school. Thanks to early detection, he now gets to see me graduate from college.
"8 years ago, my mom was diagnosed with cancer, but thanks to early detection, I'll get to spend this Christmas with her."
My dad was diagnosed with cancer when I was 10, and he passed away soon after. Maybe if we had early detection, he would have been able to be there to walk me down the aisle.
Early detection saves lives.
We are back here with 302 laps complete this time. Steven Rex leads, Doug.
And Steven Rex leads by a lot. His lead now 13 and a half seconds. And when you consider his last lap was 15.8 seconds, he is not far. You see Austin Edwards just 2 cars ahead. Zach Edwards just ahead of him. This is going to be quite a run here for Steven Rex as he tries to get his first win of the season.
Increased the lead to nearly a lap, but you got to remember he pitted on lap 255. He'll have to make one last stop to the end. He's going to have to hope for a caution if he wants a chance at winning this race. Steele Langford comes in from 4th position. And a crash, by the way, with a 45 around in Sean Patrick.
Let's take a quick look at the Flaming Karma replay. See what happened. Coming off of turn 4, down into turn 1, and it looks like there was a massive checkup. He had nowhere to go, and PDJ Zeller nowhere to go. They get together.
Battle on for 4th position. Alex Krapser versus Tyler McRae. Now, McRae, we are expecting to have to make one more stop. He's going to be close to make it to the end. Alex Krapser, we're expecting to be good. Sean Andrews comes in.
Could be seeing some of these guys just come in, get that splash of fuel they need to make it to the end.
We got contact. We got contact between Colson and Campbell. And they nearly got together and took each other out.
And it looks like Gerald Poole just had an incident. Let's see what happened with Thanos. Into turn 3. Austin Edwards right behind. Oh, they were 4 wide.
Wow.
What in the...
And Austin came up into Letto. That was right in front of your leader, by the way. Keep that in mind. So Steven Rex really dodged a sniper bullet. I guess you could say on that.
He dodged a 50 cal on that one. And Steven
hang on,
Rex comes to
coming
pit
in.
road.
Yep, Stephen Rex comes in for his final stop. I think we should expect him to do a splash and dash. This should give Zach Edwards the race lead, and we know that Zach Edwards is good to go the distance. Zach goes to the point with under 40 laps to go. 11th lead change unofficially this evening.
Austin back to second. Now, Stephen Rex had a huge lead. If any of these guys have to go into pit road for a splash, if they miscalculated and at the end they have to go in, Stephen Rex will come back by easily because he had such a big lead. But he is drifting back. He'll still have a top 10. He comes out of pit road in 6th place. So Stephen Rex still having an awesome, awesome night. But Zach Edwards in the lead, does not need fuel, can go the distance and could get his 4th win of the season. But the other Edwards is about 4 seconds back and closing.
Last time by for Austin, 15:92, and he's coming in. He is coming in. He knows he can't go the distance. His final stop is taking place right now.
Wow, I was not expecting Austin to have miscalculated, but there you have it. And he is on pit road, giving Tyler McRae second, and Alex Crapser, one of the drivers we're pretty sure can make it. He's going to be a bit close, but I think he can make it. And don't forget Stephen Rex, who had almost a full lap lead when the final stop started. And now Stephen Rex is coming by him.
Zach Edwards, hang on a second. We got to mention this as well. I just went on board with Zach Edwards. He's losing a lot of track position. He's clutching, trying to save fuel.
Oh
my goodness.
Close.
He is trying to go the distance. Brett Meckes is off the pace.
You got to wonder how many of them out here are trying to save fuel right now.
So now you're thinking if he's clutching on lap 270, he may not be able to go the distance. Listening to Tyler McRae's on board in 2nd spot. He's going full throttle. He's 6 seconds back on Zach Edwards. Alex Crapser, who pitted on lap 268, he's clutching as well in 3rd position.
He just pitted on
268.
Oh, that's right. Yep, I was thinking he had been in to top off. He is not. So the next car we are 100% sure can make it is 4th place, Stephen Rex. He may have snookered them all.
Perhaps. Let's listen to 5th place driver Nicholas Seams, who pitted on 268. And he is not using a clutch. He is going full throttle.
He is definitely full send here. Let's hop in Zach Edwards' car as we go into the turn. Yep, he is clutching way before he gets to the turn. Gets back on throttle mid-turn, but man, he is definitely in fuel conservation mode.
Devin Landry also clutching as well. We are in fuel conservation mode, and we've got under 30 laps to go. Gap is under 4 seconds. Tyler McRae is pushing big buttons at the moment, like nuclear buttons.
Tyler McRae, according to my numbers, last stopped on lap 260. There is no way he can go.
And it surprises me that he's trying to go this far. We should expect him, if you think about how long this has been, if he pitted on lap 320 or 260, we're on lap 320, we should expect him about maybe 5 to 10 laps from now.
Crapser last stopped on 268, a big question mark.
Here he comes. McRae's in.
Although you have to think with Crapser, we saw McRae having to clutch it, and he went in more recently than Alex Crapser. So you got to think Crapser, there's no way he can make it, but Stephen Rex can, and Zach Edwards is a big, big question mark. Stephen Rex 7 seconds back behind the leader and gaining very quickly.
Yeah, keep in mind, he is gaining about 1.2 seconds quicker than Zach Edwards. He could be in striking distance in 6 laps from now. This may have backfired for the J&S Racing team. Alex Crapser trying to survive. Stephen Rex, we know, can go the distance. He is looking for his first career XCAL Racing victory. Can he do it tonight?
You gotta know, he is going to be excited if he pulls it off here tonight. That is a great run, and we knew this would come likely down to fuel strategy. It has definitely played out. A lot more green flag racing than we've seen in races past here. That has definitely caused a few people's fuel calculations to be a bit off. But now Rex in heavy lap traffic, and he's got still 4.5 seconds back.
Oh, look at this, 3 wide, tried to thread the needle.
I thought Rex was going to try 4 wide there for a second. He has got to go, and he knows he's going to use the bumper.
And he can see Alex Krapser in his sights. Now remember, Steven Rex's best finish in XCAL Racing is a 3rd at Texas Motor Speedway on March 8th. Checking in on board with Zach and Alex.
And with all the different fuel strategies...
Oh, come on, Daniel Miller has crashed. Let's see if this brings a caution flag out. He's right in the middle of the track, and it will not bring a caution out. And he got punted off as Sean Andrews.
And that is definitely what Steven Rex wants. He needs this to stay green right now. That
Absolutely.
is his biggest advantage. If the caution comes out, these guys will save a ton of fuel during pace laps.
Listening on board with Zach Edwards, he's not clutching anymore. It's go time for him. He may be even downshifting to 3rd gear potentially. We'll listen one more time. Now listening on board with Alex Krapser. They think they have what it takes to go the distance.
Yeah, Zach is definitely not saving a single drop of fuel here tonight. Oh, he is. He clutched into 1. He is still saving fuel. I think he's saving fuel at one end of the track and pushing it at the other.
That's interesting. We've got 15 laps to go, and the J&S racing cars that are 1-2 and Zach Edwards and Alex Krapser don't know if they can go the distance. The guy in 3rd and Steven Rex was a 1/4 of a second faster last time by. He is pushing it to the limit. He wants that first XCAL win badly.
You know he'll be ecstatic if he gets a podium finish here tonight, but man, he knows before he went into pit road that last time, he had almost a full lap lead on the field. He knows he's fast here tonight. He wants that win.
Absolutely. 13 laps to go. Zach Edwards, who has 3 consecutive XCAL wins, nobody has ever done that, could go into elite fraternity tonight if he can get 4 in a row.
That may be a feat that never gets repeated in XCAL racing. We have seen a lot of guys get two wins back to back, but never 3, and this would be the first time ever for 4. And next time by, it'll be 10 to go. There will be no waiver rounds. At 5 to go, there will be no cautions. And Steven Rex does not want to see a caution. He's now down to 3 1/4 seconds and gaining quickly on the leader.
They're going all in now. They're going 100% power. They're thinking they're good enough to go the distance. If not, they run out. But Zach Edwards, 4 in a row. You know, it's so tough to win championships in NASCAR. Look at Jimmy Johnson. He won 4 and 5 straight championships, which Cale Yarbrough could never do, who had 3 straight, and neither could Richard Petty or Dale Earnhardt. An XCAL racing win is very tough to win, and 3 and 4 in a row are just absolutely bonkers.
And you know what? Huge shout out to Alex Krapser, who's still up here in 2nd place. Krapser also having a great night. The J&S cars have been up front in the top 5 all night. They've been battling for the lead all night. They have led a ton of laps. J&S is definitely came out tonight, and they have put on quite a show. But they have to worry about a hard-charging 36 car Steven Rex. 7 laps to go. He is just under 3 seconds behind.
His gap has been maintained, though. At the moment, 2.2 seconds back. This is going to be tough now. 6 to go. We're coming to 5 this time, where we'll see no more cautions in this race. It's been a 2-caution night here at Southern National. Highly unexpected, but in XCAL racing, these guys are the top street stock drivers in the world.
Oh, right in front of Alex Krapser, we had a car in the wall. No issues there.
I think that was Brad Ebel in the 56.
It was, and look at this. Steven Rex is now really gaining on Crapser, 1.5 seconds back with 4 laps to go. However, if one of the top two has miscalculated by an ounce of gas here, they are going to run out and Rex will just come flying by. Zach Edwards now caught in heavy lap traffic. Jonathan Schwartz and Matt Baird just ahead.
1.3 second lead for Zach Edwards. The 60 off the pace at Edmund Jones. 2 laps of racing to go for Zach Edwards. Can he go the distance and win 4 straight races? There's a mess in front of him with Plo and Jordan. But he gets in front of that cleanly. Off of 4, he's got 4/10 of a mile left at Southern National.
White flag is in the air. Well, down through 1 and 2. He is not going to push the issue with Schwartz. He's got over
He can
half
coast. I think he can coast from here off of turn number 4. 4 straight XCAL victories for Zach Edwards. He goes the distance at Southern National Motorsports Park.
Alex Crapser comes home second. A great fuel saving at the end. And what about Stephen Rex coming home third, but at one point having a full lap lead on the field? Man, he did an amazing job tonight. One of his best finishes ever.
The fireworks go up. The car is out of gas. He cannot do a burnout anymore. Neither can Alex Crapser. And we did have a wreck, by the way, post-race with Blake Wynn, as he was trying to come to the finish line. Right now he's scored in 10th position. But
what about
what a race.
What about the guy who comes home in 7th, Steele Langford? What a run from 39th to 7th place. And is the whole field, I mean, this is mostly J&S cars out here, but it looks like the whole field is helping Zach Edwards celebrate 4 in a row here tonight.
Either that or that's where the demo derby is. I don't know. Nope. That's all the J&S cars. That is a swarm of them. I guess you could call that a fraternity home on the start finish line.
Look at the J&S conglomeration out there, consortium. I remember now. They call it the J&S consortium, led by Joe Campbell. They are all going to do the burnouts for Zach and Alex because neither of them have any fuel left.
This Crapser just has enough. Zach doesn't. Let's begin by talking though with our 3rd place finisher and Stephen Rex, as the J&S guys have their own demo derby by doing donuts. Stephen, I know you wanted that first win of the season in your career, but I know you'll take it.
Yeah, I'll take a 3rd place finish. I mean, that's 3 top 5s out of the last 4 races, and I could have had one last week, I'm pretty sure, if I didn't get caught up in some accidents. But yeah, definitely take it. I was running, I felt I was the fastest car in the long run, and they were saving fuel and beat me on fuel strategy. I was coming, but I just ran out of tires in time.
Did you think, though, I mean, we kind of understand what you said, you probably just answered it, but did you think that Zach and Alex did not have enough fuel to go the distance and think you would blow by them, especially on that final stretch to the end?
Well, once I seen them going slow, or after I pitted that last time, I seen the distance I was, gathering or collecting. I was pulling up on them, so I knew what they were doing. So at that point, I had to race a whole lap back, and if they're saving fuel, all they had to do is let me get 2 seconds close, and then they're gonna go, and I had no chance. But I gave it up. I gave it my all, man.
Who do you want to give shout-outs to on this run?
Yeah, all the guys at DBR riding dirty. Welcome back the original OG Tyler McRae back to DBR. We worked on these setups hard, and he put in a lot of laps and got us all rolling pretty good. It's a great team effort.
Alrighty, man. We'll let you go. Great run tonight.
Thanks, Marty.
Second place finish. Excuse me. Our second place finisher is Alex Crapser. We just talked with our 3rd place finisher in Stephen Rex. Let's bring on Alex in. Finishing second. Alex, first off, I got to ask, how much fuel did you have at the end?
I had exactly 0 fuel at the end of the race. It started sputtering a little bit coming off of 4, so weren't able to do the nose-to-nose burnout with Zach like we wanted to do, or like we didn't do last week. Wanted to do it this week, but didn't have the fuel to do it.
talk about your run tonight. You and Zach, class of the field, and also as well, I think, well, I want you to answer more of this question. That one caution that came out, you were on pit road, and you cycled through to take the lead.
Yeah, that's kind of what started it for us. I think we had a pretty good car starting back in 11th and just kind of biding our way through the field a little bit. You know, with green flag pit stops, I think we'd gain a couple spots every run. And then whenever me and Nicholas Seams got on pit road, whenever the caution came out, it really saved us because I think we were running 6th and 7th, and it got us to the lead, got us track position, and it kind of paid out in the end for both of us. We ended up 2nd and 4th, whereas we might have run 5th and 6th otherwise.
It was a fun one overall. Who do you want to give shout-outs to tonight?
Just got to thank How to Suck at iRacing, Flaming Karma Paint Shop, everyone on the JNS team. Congrats to Zach again. Awesome 4 in a row. Unbelievable. Everyone on the team had a really good race as well. Super proud to see Nick inside the top 5. Devin Steele Langford running his first race with us, finished 7th. So just super happy for those guys. Thanks to Joe, Danny, and Justin, everyone on the team.
Great win, man. We'll let you go. Congratulations.
Thanks, Mark.
Or great second place run, I should say. But it's still a win for JNS in their book. And now we go to Fuel Factor X Victory Lane, presented by KMU Trucking. 4 straight wins. Absolutely absurd for Zach Edwards. First off, man, how much fuel did you have at the finish line?
I had about a half a gallon left. We were cutting it pretty close there. I'm sure it wasn't really fun to watch on the broadcast. I had to run about 30 miles an hour, it felt like, but we saved just enough and were able to hold Alex off there, so 4 in a row.
It was nerve-wracking for sure, man. What does this mean to you, winning 4 straight wins? Never heard of before in XCAL racing.
Man, it's awesome, you know. To do something that nobody's ever done before is cool, but to do it against this group of guys, man, they're really tough to race with, like speed-wise. Everybody's fast. There's 15 different winners every week, so to be able to be on top 4 weeks in a row, that's really something special.
What does this show about this team as a whole? Another 1-2 finish for you guys tonight, and played incredible strategy.
Yeah, I mean, Alex, you always got to count him up here, so that's no shock. But how about 3 out of the top 4 and 6 out of the top 10, man? Like, that's awesome for these guys, and I'm just happy to be a small part of it.
Hey Zach,
Well,
I do have to ask one question. Last season we saw Austin Edwards set a new XCAL record in the most single season wins. Now you have set a record for the most consecutive wins. Is there something in the water if your last name is Edwards? And what can you get up there and compete with Austin's record by the end of this season?
I don't know. I guess we just got a good last name, but no, I got a way too late of a start on him, so I think he'll hold that record for a long time. And I also got to give a shout out to Austin, man. I got into him and turned him around there. That was totally my fault. I really hated to do that, but I'm glad he was able to rebound to a top 5. You know, he had a couple other mishaps, but I just want to apologize to him for that.
You're a good man, Zach Edwards, that's for sure. You got an off week next week, but 2 weeks, you go back to Iowa. How do you approach a brand new track on the XCAL schedule?
I don't really know yet. I guess we'll just keep approaching it like we have been, and just really working together. And feedback is so important, and these guys have been stepping their game up in that department. So we'll look ahead to Iowa.
Who do you want to give shout-outs to?
Yeah, this whole team, man. JNS, Joe and Danielle, Justin. I always forget him. I apologize for that, but man, these guys they're just something special. Alloy Wheel Repair of the Upstate, man. That Joe Poole, he's been on my car for a couple weeks, and I think he generated this momentum. So got to give a shout out to him. Jerry, his brother, Flaming Karma Paint Shop, man, couldn't do it without him. And you guys at How to Suck at iRacing, XCAL, just really fun to be a part of.
Well, in the words of Paul Coleman Jr. in the Discord, there's a new Edwards at the top of the mountain. Congratulations.
Thank you, Marty.
4 straight wins for Zach Edwards as Zach celebrates the Fuel Factor X Victory Lane presented by KMU Trucking. Consistently save 10 to 20% on fuel, extend the life of your car, and help the world have cleaner air. It's a comprehensive fuel treatment. Others have 1 or 2 of our components, but none have all of them. To learn more about Fuel Factor X, go to howtosavoonfuel.com, click on more info, and click buy Fuel Factor X, where it will take you to mydailychoice.com. You can also go to mydailychoice.com and search up Fuel Factor X. Let's give you your final results here from tonight's running. Zach Edwards takes the win. Alex Krapser finishes second. Stephen Rex third. Nicholas Seams fourth. Austin Edwards fifth. Devin Landry sixth. Theo Langford seventh. Tyler McRae eighth. Ryan Seams ninth. Blake Wynn 10th. Kyle Bartles 11th, Joe Campbell 12th, Sean Patrick 13th, Matt Bear 14th, Sean Andrews 15th, PDJ Zeller is 16th, Jeremy Letto 17th, Travis Sukup 18th, Jeff Edgar 19th, and Robert Colgan 20th.
21st, Jonathan Schwartz after a rough night, Derek Colson 22nd, Albie Hewins 23rd, Greg Holtz comes home 24th, Jose Gadino in 25th, Chris Johnson a rough night in 26th, Daniel Miller in 27th, Don Jordan 28th, Gerald Thanos Poole up to 29th, and John Friley in 30th. Brad Ebel 31st, Kevin Church comes home 32nd in his first race, Brent Mekas 33rd, Edmund Jones 34th at the end, lost a lot of spots at the end of the night, Stephen Wedden, 35th, Kendrick Cryer, Art Hendren, Alex Gratz, and Luke Turpin never made the field. What a heartbreaking night for Superman.
We had 2 cautions for 19 laps. We had a total of officially 13 lead changes in the race. Here are the bonus points. For leading a lap, you get 5 points. Zach Edwards led 122. Alex Krapser led 111. So Zach Edwards gets 5 extra for leading the most laps. Stephen Rex leads 39. Nicholas Seams leads 4. Austin Edwards at 38. Tyler McRae 26. PDJ Zeller leads 10. Fastest lap during the feature belonged to Alex Gratz at a 15:183. So a tough night for him, finishing in 37th place. He'll get a total of 59 points, so that definitely helps him out for sure. Austin Edwards started on pole position, so he gets 5 extra bonus points, which puts him at 160 points. Zach Edwards once again gets 185 points tonight for leading a lap and leading the most laps. And for the Hard Charger Award of the race, with no surprise up 32 positions, was Steele Langford. So Steele Langford in 7th gets a total of 152 points. So, while we're at it, continuing on with some final terms and conditions here. We have no XCAL Superfans, but if you're interested in becoming a Superfan, make sure you go to xcalracing.com/2022. Scroll all the way down to where it says you can become an XCAL Racing Patreon. Get exclusive access to the XCAL Racing Discord and more. Must be 18 or older to view our content. We're off next week for the 4th of July weekend, but not the week after. We go to a brand new track in Iowa. I'm really looking forward to seeing how this one is going to go. I feel like it's going to be something maybe a little bit similar to Rockingham, but a lot less banking.
I think we're going to see a lot of 3 and 4 wide racing. Iowa has some very unique features, including that bump out of turn 2, that huge bump that I imagine will cause some chaos. Plus, a lot of these guys may never have raced anything there, and they're about to take these street stocks there. That could get a little dicey.
Absolutely. So that is going to do it for our coverage here tonight. On behalf of everyone at XCAL Racing, along with the drivers and sponsors, our president is Aaron Hillebush, our vice president is PDJ Zeller, and all their fine senior admins. On behalf of my broadcast partner, Doug Burns at How to Suck at iRacing, working the buttons tonight, I'm Marty Sakala tonight. We salute Zach Edwards, 4 straight victories. He wins tonight. And everyone is ugly at 5 a.m. 350 at Southern National Motorsports Park. So long, everyone.
Are you ready to chase the moonlight? Community-based and talent-driven, Moonlight Speed Concepts has what you need to take your iRacing experience to the next level. Founded by passionate owners that care about the community and housing some of the top setup builders and drivers on the platform, Moonlight Speed Concepts offers custom paints, driver coaching, and setups for dirt, asphalt short track racing, and e-NASCAR competition. Partnered with top brands in both real world and simulation. Follow us on Facebook or visit moonlightspeed.com and find out why these businesses chase the moonlight and why you should too. Moonlight Speed Concept, where all we chase is moonlight.
This is my good friend who had cancer when we were really little, and he was able to beat it through early detection, and now he just recently graduated from Santa Clara.
This picture's really funny. My dad was diagnosed with cancer my freshman year of high school. Thanks to early detection, he now gets to see me graduate from college.
"8 years ago, my mom was diagnosed with cancer, but thanks to early detection, I'll get to spend this Christmas with her."
My dad was diagnosed with cancer when I was 10, and he passed away soon after. Maybe if we had early detection, he would have been able to be there to walk me down the aisle.
Early detection saves lives.